In the shadow of a crooked oak where the wild river bends, I found your scarf of faded red, torn by the wind sharp ends. Beneath the sky's deep canvas, so cruel and endless blue, every whisper of the grass brings me back to you. Oh, these grave haunts that grip my soul, your echoes in the plains, where the twilight bleeds into the stars and only silence remains. Underneath this lonesome moon I wander old and spent, with shadows of your laughter in the winds that never dusty trails once through towns too small to name. Our dreams as wide as open skies, wild hearts we never tame. And now the porches creak in solitude, where we once danced till dawn. A solitary rider passes by, the echo of us gone. Oh, these grave haunts that grip my soul, your echo plains, where the twilight bleeds into the stars and only silence remains. And underneath this lonesome moon I wander old and spent, with shadows of your laughter in the winds that never they tether my soul to your memory ever tied. In every sunset's fire, in every tear I've cried. Yet in the quiet of the dying light, as night claims the expanse, I find solace in the solitude, in the tragic dance. So let the stars bear witness to the love I cannot reclaim. As the darkness folds around me, a whisper in your name. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, I found that old wagon wheel, a half-buried bound, in vines and the whispers of winds that once told of a girl with eyes wildfire and a heart spun from gold. We'd ride past the cabins where the porch swings still sway, laughing at twilight as day slipped away. Oh, the wagon wheel bleeds and the river runs dry under the weight of this big lonesome sky. Memories like dust that the prairie wind steals, scars left in the branches and time never heals. These trails, they grow cold as the sunset implores. Oh, my love, these wild lands, they're yours. Now the towns are too quiet and the roads, they know pain. Gravel whispers secrets in the soft summer rain. Where once danced our laughter, now only echoes respond. And the night seems so vast when you find yourself gone. An old saddle sits by a door that's now closed, holding stories of love where once a flower rose. Yes, the wagon wheel bleeds and the river runs dry under the weight of this big lonesome sky. Memories like dust that the prairie wind steals, scars left in the branches and time never heals. These trails, they grow cold as the sunset implores. Oh my love, these wild lands, they're yours. In dreams I still wander down old gravel lanes where the whispering grasses sing soft your name. But the morning breaks harsh on a bed lying low in a room where the shadow of your leaving is thrown. Oh, the wagon wheel bleeds as my heart it concedes. Every sunset's a whisper beneath the old oak trees. And as long as the paths when the mountain creeks flow, I'll remember my darling where the wild roses grow. These trails forever cold as my tale unfolds. Oh my love, these wild lands, they're yours. And my soul like the wheel just eternally rolls, part of you, these wild lands evermore. Out where the sunset paints the clouds in morning red, I remember the echoes of the words we left unsaid. Under a gnarled oak tree where our names are carved deep, the land holds the secrets that we swore to keep. Your scarf still hangs on the old porch swing, dances with the wind like a soft forgotten thing. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the last thing you left behind. Each sip a shadow, sweet and unkind. The trail's grown over where we used to ride. Now I wander these empty cabins where silence resides. Love's a fleeting shadow in the corner of my eye, like the dust that rises then bids the day goodbye. Gravel roads whisper tales of where we used to go, through wild lands and quiet towns now covered in snow. Your laughter haunts the creeks and the cool twilight air. In the jingle of spurs I find you're still there. But the home we built in dreams, now shuttered and old, holds nothing but the cold. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the ghost of your taste. Each sip a memory I can't let go to waste. The path's grown lonely where we once walked side by side. Now I follow fading trails where my regrets reside. Love's a whisper in the wind through the dry rustling leaves, as I pass beneath the shadows of our weary whispering ease. Sometimes at night, when the stars hang heavy with sorrow, I feel the weight of all our lost tomorrows. In the quiet between each breath I find pieces of you that you left behind. Whiskey echoes, a lonesome lingering sound, a heartbreak penned in the bottles I've downed. hearing the echo of your laughter and sighs. I roam these empty roads under endless skies. Love's a fading footprint on the dusty trail, a song sung into the wind, too wild to hold, too sweet to fail. Out by the bend of the Willow Creek, where shadows whisper and the oak trees speak, found a rusty locket in the mud so deep, a relic of what I couldn't keep. The cold wind hums her sweet old tune under the mournful prairie moon. That rusty locket, heavy round my neck, sank like my heart in the depths of wreck. Every clasp and hinge a tale of yore. Her love ain't mine, not anymore. Dusty trails and a lonesome track. She's a memory I can't win back. The cabin's empty on Mockingbird Hill. Her scarf still hangs on the old coat rack, so still. The porch where we danced is worn and gray. Time took our names and dreams away. The gravel road where we used to stride, now just a path where my sorrows hide. That rusty locket, heavy round my neck, sank like my heart in the depths of wreck. Every clasp and hinge a tale of yore. Her love ain't mine, not anymore. Dusty trails and a lonesome track. She's a memory I can't win back. In the silence of the falling rain, I reckon love's like the fleeting train. Tracks lead somewhere, but they're just cold steel. They don't feel the fire that a heart can feel. So I'll drop this locket in the river wide, let it drift where lost things abide. That rusty locket in my breaking heart. In the twilight of love we drift apart. Dusty trails and an endless track. With every sunset I feel her laugh. And like the sun dips low out of view, I'm a shadow waiting, missing you.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wagon wheels roll, I left my heart in the dust with stories untold. The sun burned down on that old gravel road where your laughter echoed. days of old. Wagon wheel echoes spinning round my mind, lost tales of love in the creases of time. The wind whispers softly through the empty plains, bringing tears mixed with the soft summer rains. Now the porch swings empty where we used to sit, and the sunset bleeds like my heart, bit by bit. Those trails we walked, now overgrown and wide, without your hand in mine, strolling side by side. Wagon wheel echoes spinning round my mind, lost tales of love in the creases of time. The wind whispers softly through the empty plains, bringing tears mixed with the soft summer rains. Underneath the starlit sky, I see your scarf so blue, dancing with the ghost of you, as if you knew each star a memory, each breeze a sigh. This cowboy heart can't let go, no matter how I try. Wagon wheel echoes in the silence of the night, each turn a reminder of you in the fading light. Here I wander beneath the vast endless skies, where love lost still lives and never dies. Out where the old oak shadows the rusted cabin door, Eyes Drifts was a girl with eyes like wild river floors. Underneath the crescent moon, by the lantern's lonely light, we traded promises, soft as the dust of the prairie night. Oh, those eyes, they drift through my dreams, across the barren miles and the silver streams. But love, like old trails, fades under time's harsh hand, leaving me a ghost amongst the sage and the sand. Years pass like the slow turning of an old mill wheel, silent towns forgotten before the wind's mournful keel. The scarf she left behind, a splash of red on withered wood. Nothing stayed the same out here, though I wished it would. Oh, those eyes, they drift through my sorrow, leading me down paths too narrow to follow. But love, like old tales, slips through cracks in the heart, whispering of what tears every dream apart. By the weeping willow where we once lay, I see the shadows lengthen, edges fray. In the cool of the evening, I hear the soft sad sigh of a lone dove calling as if to say goodbye. Oh, those eyes, they haunt my restless nights, a glimmer of stars lost to the city lights. Yet love like the oak stands firm against winds of fate, keeping me bound to a memory I can't unmake. So here's to the roads, gravel and grit, to the porches empty where we'd sit. Eyes drifts, my dear, in the dust, gentle embrace. Forever you roam a heartache I can't erase.
Where the oak tree shadows lay along across the lane, I recall a cabin weathered by the wind and rain. Her laughter lived like wildfire, wild and uncontained, and in that flickering sunlight her smile called my name. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice would softly clang. Each corner of my restless heart, a love I can't reclaim. Now the prairie winds are colder and the silence speaks her name. Since her smile called my name, nothing's been the same. Underneath the porch light, where we used to sit and dream, an empty rocking chair now sways a ghostly quiet scene. That dusty road we walked along, now just a fading trail. Her scarf still hangs upon the hook, frayed and pale. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice would softly claim. Each corner of my restless heart, a love I can't reclaim. Now the prairie winds are colder and the twilight feels so tame. Since her smile called my name, everything's changed. In the silence neath the stars, I feel her touch in the midnight rain. Each drop of memory falling softly mingle joy and pain. An old guitar plays slowly a melody of days when she was mine, echoing through the canyon like a lost forgotten time. Through the chaparral, her voice forever claims a part of my wandering soul on these endless open plains. Now every sunset's bittersweet, painted with her flame. Since her smile called my name, I've never been the same. Every trail I ride, every quiet night, her smile calls my name.
In the shade of an old oak tree where the wildflowers used to grow, I found a scrap of her faded scarf caught on the rough and knowing bark. Under skies too vast, too blue, I hear her laughter in the breeze, haunting the empty cabins, whispering through the sycamore leaves. Her laugh lingers in the prairie wind, dances on the dusty trails. Where we walk beneath the twilight now, I wander here alone. Every sunset paints her memory across the vast unending skies. But her laughter's just a shadow in the silence of my cries. This old porch we used to know, it's wood now gray and worn like me. Echoes with the songs we sang, now just ghosts in the evening air. Time has swept her touch away like rain clears the dusty plains. And I'm left with these empty hands, grasping memories that remain. Her laugh lingers in the prairie wind, dances on the dusty trails. Where we walk beneath the twilight now, I wander here alone. Every sunset paints her memory across the vast unending skies. But her laughter's just a shadow in the silence of my cries. I dreamt I rode through storms of sand to find where our old lies, but woke upon the gravel roads with nothing but the starlit skies. And though this heart keeps looking back, her path is one I can't retrace. All that's left is the echo of her joy and the bittersweet refrain. Her laugh lingers in the prairie wind, dances on the dusty trails. Where we once found forever in the glance of a setting sun. Now the darkness folds around me like the closing of a door. And her laughter, once my compass, leaves me yearning evermore. Her laugh lingers. Her laugh lingers as I ride these lands alone.
Out in the hollow, neath the old oak sway, a cabin lies silent where we used to lay. A scarf you left hanging on the porch rail thin, rust red like the sunset flutters in the wind. Oh, how that scarf haunts like a ghost in the breeze, twisting through the oak leaves, whispering remember me. Each thread a memory, woven tight with loss, left here in the shadows of dust and tumbleweeds crossed. Seasons turn sharply like the bend in the creek, the path by the cabin now overgrown and weak. Your laughter's a memory, faded and worn, like the leather on the saddle from the storms it's born. Oh, how that scarf haunts like a ghost in the breeze, twisting through the oak leaves, whispering remember me. Each thread a memory, woven tight with loss, left here in the shadows of dust and tumbleweeds crossed. Underneath the starlit cloak by the fire's dying light, I reckon every flicker was a moment in your sight. Riding through these haunted plains where your echo
echo softly calls, bound to chase your shadow in the twilight till I fall. Yes, that scarf still haunts on the old porch swinging free, a relic of the love lost twixt the prairie and me. In the chill of the night air, it dances alone, a partner now missing in the dance of the unknown. Oh, how I bear the weight of what was and will never be, with each sunset that bleeds over mountains silently.
By the rusted gate of Johnson's farm, there once we swore to stay. Underneath that gnarled oak's arm where night chased out the day. Your scarf, a slash of sunset, caught the breeze would gently sway. In those shadows love was taught, but time pulls threads away. Through the chinks of lonely walls, whispering tales of a heart grown cold, where once fiery passion calls. Every creak of that old porch swing like footsteps in empty halls. Rusted gate, my heart's closing, where your echoes softly fall. With the turning seasons, the creek beds dried, and so did your tender grace. The trails once trod with youthful stride, now a fading trace. That old cabin holds the laughter and the tears I can't erase. On gravel roads forever after, I ride from our lost embrace. Oh, how the winds did moan through the chinks of lonely walls, whispering tales of a heart grown cold, where once fiery passion calls. Every creak of that old porch swing like footsteps in empty halls. Rusted gate, my heart's closing, where your echo softly falls. In the dust where hoofprints settle beneath the weeping willow's frame, I find the strength to face the pedal, though my heart bears the flame. Memories like rain on tin, a rhythm none contain. Love's a game of lose or win, but never feels the same. Oh, how the wind still moan through the chinks of what remains. A cowboy's soul turned to stone, wandering love's old plains. Every creak of that old porch swing, a reminder of the chains. Rusted gate forever swinging in the heartland's quiet refrain. In the shadow of the oak, where the wagon wheels roll, I left my heart in the dust with stories untold. The sun burned down on that old gravel road, where your laughter echoed in the days of old. A wagon wheel echoes, spinning round
creases of time. The wind whispers softly through the empty plains, bringing tears mixed with the soft summer rains. Now the porch swings empty where we used to sit, and the sunset bleeds like my heart, bit by bit. Those trails we walk, now overgrown and wide, without your hand in mine, strolling side by side. A wagon wheel echoes, spinning round my mind, lost tales of love in the creases of time. The wind whispers softly through the empty plains, bringing tears mixed with the soft summer rain. With the ghost of you, as if you knew each star a memory, each breeze a sigh. This cowboy heart can't let go no matter how I try. A wagon wheel echoes in the silence of the night, each turn a reminder of you in the fading light. Here I wander beneath the vast endless skies, where love lost still lives and never dies. Out by the creek where the willows weep, a wagon wheel rests where secrets keep. We carved our names on the old oak side underneath that stretch of endless sky. Our laughter danced on the summer's breath in that little town where my heart lived. Oh, my love, like the sunset too young, wagon wheel now silent where we once begun. The dusk whispers her name through the pines, while I roam these roads with her ghost entwined. Years have worn the path of that porch of old, where the stars watched our stories unfold. But the scarves she left are frayed and gone, just like the echo of our faded song. The saddle's aged, the leather's cracked, every stirrup step a memory flashed. Oh, my love, like the river ran away, and wagon wheel broke beneath the weight. The night cries with rain on the window pane as I trace these trails branded with my pain. There's a solace found in the roaming winds, but they can't touch the sorrow buried within. The dust settles, but my heart stirred deep with every gravel crunch beneath my feet.
shimmering leaves in the bell that rings. Wagon wheel, oh, you died too young, but in these wild lands our song's unsung. I'll leave my tears where the creek runs dry, underneath that vast unending sky. In the shadow of the oak, where the wildflowers hide, I first saw her smile in the springtime light. By the old fence line, where our worlds entwine, underneath that endless cobalt sky. Oh, the fence tied down by the edge of that quiet town bears the weight of the love we found. Now just whispers in the wind, scattered like the leaves the fence tied down, and my heart on my sleeve. Years have tumbled like the stones on the creek. She's gone with the wind, like the words I can't speak. The old porch swings alone, the dust settles slow. Where laughter once lived, now the silences grow. Oh, the fence tied down by the trails now overgrown holds the echoes of the dreams we'd sown. Lost like the sunset's last golden gleam, the fence tied down in my broken dream. On a gravel road I wander with my soul bare, each step away from her, the fade of the flare. The cabin stands empty like the hollow in my chest, her scarf in my pocket where my tears come to rest. Yes, the fence tied down beneath the weeping willow's frown, marks of love that I can't disown. Like the rain on the saddle, I ride through my pain, the fence tied down. Love's remains in the rain, and the sunset burns, but not as much as my return to that old fence line where my heart still yearns in the whispering wind. She's the melody I hear, the fence tied down, and my reasons they're still clear. The dust may settle, my love, never will. Out where the oak tree shadows lay, long on the gravel road, I found your scarf of faded blue neath the evening's amber glow. Whispers of the wind through the canyon, calling soft and slow. Memories like dust kicked up, where did those old dreams go? Oh, but the rain forgot to fall here, leaving the earth cracked, my heart's echo clear. Underneath the vast prairie sky, I'm just a silhouette, holding on to a sun that set in a place the rain forgot. We danced on creaking wooden porches to a tune only we could hear. Now the cabin's empty, love's footprints disappear. The trail we walked is overgrown, each step a ghost of years. And the wildflowers you love, they don't bloom without your tears. Yes, the rain forgot to fall here, creeks run dry, no reflection to peer. Just a lone star fading from the night. I regret every word I never said in the lands the rain forgot. Time's a ruthless rider, gallops while we try to hold on tight. Every whisper of the firefly in the night. The love it seems burns like an old ghost light, flickering forever in my sight. Still the rain forgot to fall here, each drop that skips a swallowed tear. I wandered through forgotten gates, a pilgrim of regret, lost in echoes of your silhouette in the place the rain forgot. So I'll saddle up at dawn beneath a sky too wide to mend, ride the shadow trails where our summers found their end. And if by chance the rain remembers, let it cleanse. But tonight I'm just a whisper where the rain forgets to bend. Out where the red oak stands, guarding the dusty plains, there's an old house that lingers beneath the skies of gray. Creaking on its porch, it holds secrets of the breeze, where we once watched the sunset, you, the mountains, and me. Oh, the wind still whisper your name through the door. Old house moans neath the weight of the love we wore. Every plank and nail soaked with the rains of time, aches with the memory of when you were mine. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past this broken trail. Your scarf still hangs on the hook, faded, worn, and frail. That old saddle rests untouched where you left it last, by the empty cabin in the shadows that you cast. Oh, the wind still whisper your name through the door. Old house groans neath the weight of the love we wore. Every plank and nail soaked with the rains of time, aches with the memory of when you were mine. Underneath the starlit cloak I softly moan. I've wandered far, yet here's where my weary heart stays, in the quiet whispers of those golden bygone days. Yes, the winds still whisper your name, a haunting, tender sore. Old house stands 'neath the sky, bearing the love we bore. Every sunrise and set paints your face in the divine, lost in the forever where you're eternally mine. Oh, this old house lingers like the heart I can't restore. Underneath the ragged oaks, where the scarlet sun dips low, I found her scarf, a whisper of her lavender and rose. Beside the creek where we first kissed, the water's song now slow. It murmurs tales of the girl I loved in a time lost to the shadows. Saddle burns and sunset turns, where did the old love go? Trail winds cold beneath the gold of stars that no longer show. Each gallop away a memory fades, like footprints in the snow. Her laughter haunts these quiet towns, as lonely as the echo. The porch swing sways, a silent ghost. The cabin stands alone. Gravel roads that knew our names, now overgrown with stone. The bed of blooms we once tended, wild winds have overthrown. In the fields of our promises, only dust and whispers moan. The saddle burns and sunset turns, where did the old love go? Trail winds cold beneath the gold of stars that no longer show. Each gallop away a memory fades, like footprints in the snow. Her laughter haunts these quiet towns, as lonely as the echo. So I ride through the amber fade of every twilight spent, searching horizons for a sign, chasing what she meant. But every passing ridge I cross just deepens the indent of her absence in my saddle, in every trail I've been. Saddle burns and sunset turns, I roam where rivers flow. Their courses change much like the heart in lands that time forgot. Maybe trails end, maybe souls mend in the dust of rodeo, but her memory rides beside me forever in each tribe. Underneath the starlit sky, where dreams and rivers meet, I whisper to the winds of west, her name soft and sweet. Hush of dawn by the old oak tree, where the scarves of mist untangle free. I recall her laugh while like the creek, underneath that sky where the stars would speak. Her eyes, a spark against the night, once burned so bright, my lantern's light. Oh, how her shadow danced with mine, underneath the moon's drunken shine. Now her whispers blend with the wind in this lonesome heart where her love had been. Every sunset paints her face across these skies in a lost embrace. The porch still creaks, but she's not there, just empty chairs and strands of hair. The cabin stands on the edge of time, her laughter's gone, no reason or rhyme. Through gravel roads and trails that fade, I walk alone in the bed we made. Oh, how her shadow danced with mine, underneath the moon's drunken shine. Now her whispers blend with the wind in this lonesome heart where her love had been. Every sunset paints her face across these skies in a lost embrace. Was it the wild or the wanderlust that turned our love to just echoes in the dust? The road calls me, but I ache to stay in the memory where she didn't walk away. Oh, how her shadow danced with mine, now I'm just a ghost left behind. Yet the wind still wears her sweet perfume as I ride into the silver moon. Every sunset paints her face, in the heart of the skies her eternal place. And though I roam a soul astray, part of me with her shadow walked away. This ballad reaches into the depth of a cowboy's heart, telling a tale of love and loss, bound to the eternal landscape that bear witness to his sorrow.
In the shadow of a lonesome hill, neath the ancient oak's embrace, where the wind whispers secrets through the leaves' gentle trace, we carved our names young and wild in bark so old and gray, under skies of endless blue where time just slipped away. Laughter echoed softly over fields of golden grain, a melody of joy once sung, now a silent haunting refrain. And Lonesome Hill stood still as the world moved on beneath. The sunset bled like my heart when I found she left the breeze. Old saddlebags and dusty trails, my companion since she's gone. On Lonesome Hill I stand alone, by the oak where we belong. The cabin by the creek now wears a coat of dust and despair. The windows like the vacant eyes of a love that's no longer there. The porch where we danced neath lanterns light now creaks under my weight. With every step a memory falls like leaves to fate's cruel slate. The rain washes old scars, the paths we walk turn to mud. Her scarf still hangs on the hook untouched, a relic of our love. and Lonesome Hill stood still as the world moved on beneath. The sunset bled like my heart when I found she'd left the breeze. Old saddlebags and dusty trails, my companion since she's gone. On Lonesome Hill I stand alone by the oak where we belong. Now the stars above Lonesome Hill, they judge in silent gaze, pointing to the paths I've shunned since those halcyon days, where the echoes of our laughter and the shadow of her smile guide me like a ghostly light lost between the miles. Lonesome Hill stands still, a monument to dreams we wove in the tapestry of a starlit sky and the lands we used to rove. The oak tree bears the weight of time as my heart bears the cost of loving one who's gone away and mourning what I've lost. On Lonesome Hill I'll return till my days on earth are still a cowboy, a memory, a shadow where Lonesome Hill stood still. Back through the county gate, same dust, same hill, same twist of fate. The church still leans near Miller's Creek. The porch lights dim, but time still speaks. I saw her there with grace and grace, same green eyes, same summer face. I took my hat off, said it's me. She smiled and asked politely, who'd you be? She forgot my name, like wind forgets a whispered flame, like snow forgets the prints it keeps, like dreams that vanish when we sleep. I stood there full of years and shame and watched her eyes not spark the same. You think time heals, but damn it maims. She forgot my name. I wrote her letters I never sent, kept them folded, edge bent. I carved our song on an old guitar, played it nightly under stars. I pictured hugs, not shaking hands. I planned to stay, not just passing land. But love, it fades when not reclaimed, and people change and faces blame. She forgot my name, the one she once sang in the rain, the one she stitched on flannel red, the one I swore she'd never shed. But hearts move on like seasons aim, and I was fall and she chose spring. I brought my past, she packed her flame. Return with hope, but she just smiled like we never wrote a single page in this old book. Guess I read too long while she just shook. She forgot my name, not with malice, not with shame, just like a road that closed one day while I still walked the other way. I tipped my hat, turned back through pain, and whispered low into the plain, if I'm just dust, don't light the flame.
flame. She forgot my name.
In the shadow of the oak, where wild roses thrive, we carved our names, young and alive. Sunset burned gold on your flowing hair, the smell of summer rain hung in the air. But love flew with the autumn leaves, drifted off on a prairie breeze. Underneath that old oak tree, you and the wind took all of me. The old porch swing hangs quiet and still, echoes of laughter against my will. Your scarf still lies on the dusty trail where once we walked, now just a pale, lonely cabin, walls lined with paint. I walk these rooms, call your name. Gravel crunches underfoot alone. This winding path, no longer home. Love flew with the autumn leaves, drifted off on a prairie breeze. Underneath that old oak tree, you and the wind took all of me. By the riverside where the water bends, I find the courage where your love ends. Saddle worn, heart torn in the fading light, whispers of you in the stars at night. Oh, love flew with the restless wind, left me here to ache, to mend. Beneath that oak on sacred ground, your ghost in every sight and sound. Love flew